Hey, what's up, everyone? It is Alex Branning here, president of Agent CRM. It is a beautiful Thursday. We're going to talk about automating and accelerating your business. You are watching the recording right now. So if you are hearing my voice on YouTube or in our Facebook group, for those of you that joined live, I just randomly picked three people that were inside of this Zoom room and I gave three people a $10 Starbucks gift card. So I love having y'all join us on the live calls. One, I love just picking people and giving gifts. Two, I love the questions that come in as I teach because it helps me to really flush out the presentation and make sure that I go slow, answer questions, and leave you with everything that you need to take action on what we're teaching. And today, we're talking about automating your business through automations and AI. And so let's dive in and talk about it. This is a huge topic of conversation. I want to drop some mindset here. Number one, you need to work 40 revenue producing hours each week. 40 revenue producing hours each week. That means that when you're sitting down to work inside of Agent CRM, I want to do everything that I can do as your marketing coach and software provider to assist you in growing your business by giving you the tools to easily automate all of the repetitive tasks that you have in your business. And I'm going to show you how we do a lot of those. And then I want to show you how to leverage technology to upsell, cross-sell, and get referrals. It's really cool that Agent CRM can help you save time. I also want to show you how Agent CRM can help you make more money. And so we're going to talk about ways to automate making multiple sales from each client. So I encourage you as we go through this, number one, take notes. Please take some notes on the things that you are committing to yourself to take action on. And then also, if you have questions as I go through, drop it in the Zoom chat. I will do my very best to answer questions as we go through the Zoom chat. If I do not get a chance to answer your questions live, I am recording all of this and I do see your questions and I will be answering those questions inside of our Facebook group. And depending on how deep we need to go, I can also have my team send you a Loom video showing you with the answer to your question. So we do that every single time we do one of these accelerators. I really believe in rewarding the people that show up to these live. I want to make sure that you get not just what you came to learn, but also extra over and above support being able to implement the things that we teach. Now, let's talk about artificial intelligence. It's a buzzword. What the heck is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence is defined as the capability of a machine to imitate intelligent human behavior. Now, let me break that down for you in Agent CRM speak. Artificial intelligence is two different things inside of Agent CRM. We're going to cover both. One, you have AI being able to generate content. So I'm going to show you how we use AI inside of Agent CRM to generate content for your funnels, for your social media, etc. Artificial intelligence is also being able to repetitively do critical tasks with automation. So the goal is to set up workflows and other automation within Agent CRM so that it does the task exactly as it needs to get done with exactly the right steps in the right order with the right, as long as the data is clean, with the right information, so that you no longer have to do it. So we're going to be able to do things like, handling incoming calls. We'll be able to do things like client onboarding, all through AI and artificial intelligence. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So that's what AI is all about. It's not just about ChatGPT creating content for you, which is cool and fun. And we do have ChatGPT's content generation engine inside of Agent CRM, but it's also about creating a machine that knows how you do things inside of your business and can replicate it the right time every single time. Agent CRM should be looked at not just as a CRM that cleans your data and helps you perform tasks. Agent CRM should also be looked at as an employee, a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week employee that handles things as they come up based on triggers. So benefits of automation is saving time and focusing on growth, improving the customer experience, and it eliminates human error, which is a big one. Eliminating human error is one of the key benefits that I've seen in plugging in automation. All right, so if you're on here and you do not already have Agent CRM, I'm just going to drop this once. You can sign up for a 14-day free trial. Go to agent-crm.com and sign up. You can get instant access to the software and 6 training courses. Your onboarding is quick, easy, and dare we say fun, with a personal call from one of our team members to walk you through. And don't worry about trying to remember if when you signed up for it on day 13. We'll send you an email letting you know, hey, your trial is ending. If you want to stay around with us, we'd love to earn your business. If you want to cancel, go ahead and send us an email back. So we remind you that way on day 14, when you are charged after your 14-day trial is over, you were warned. So I don't believe in surprise charges and fees. So we would love to have you at Agent CRM. Here's what we're going to cover today. Plug in and automate, number one, your online booking system. Number two, follow up with prospects, incoming calls, referral systems, client onboarding, email support automation, lead generation and prospecting, customer communications is a big one, policy renewals. This is a moneymaker, customer feedback and surveys. And then finally, social media management. What I encourage you to do right now is you just look at this list. Is I want you to jot down what are the things that really stand out to me that I need to automate in my business. Because if you write down, if you're like, I need to do all of it, then it could get a little overwhelming. But if you're like, all right, I'm going to jot down and make sure that I automate my referral system and my policy renewals by the end of today, after what I learned. If you have, 1 or 2 action items, then you will get those 1 or 2 action items done. If you try to do all 11 right away, then you can get a little discouraged because it's just too many tasks on your plate. But setting up each one of these systems is going to eliminate time that you spend doing these things manually. So, all right. So first, let's dive into automating your booking system. We use ScheduleBot in Agent CRM. It is a free tool that is included inside of Agent CRM. We have a guide that helps you set all this up. Let's talk about how it works. So I'm all about automating as much as we can, but I also don't want my automation to feel like a machine. That's the power of ScheduleBot, is it actually uses the ChatGPT engine to talk to your prospect in natural human language and just communicate with them. It also reads your calendar, which is so stinking cool. And so the way that ScheduleBot works, actually, I'm going to have a video on in just a second here, but the way that ScheduleBot works is you send out the initial message, and then from there, ScheduleBot takes over when it's initiated and continues the conversation with the goal of getting the prospect on your calendar. Here's a couple of cool things about ScheduleBot inside of Agent CRM. Number one, it can read your calendar because you've got it synced up, whether it's your Google Calendar that you got it synced to Outlook, it reads your calendar. And it uses natural human language with your prompts. You can actually train it. You can even give it a name if you wanted to. So it could be like, hey, I'm Jane over at Agent CRM, right? But it will respond to your prospects, and it's got your prospects information already, which is cool because that means that once people are talking to you and they say, yes, Wednesday at 5 o'clock works. Well, we don't need to ask them for their phone number or email address because we already have it. It's already in the system. And so what ScheduleBot does is when they're talking to your ScheduleBot and they agree on a time that ScheduleBot has presented, and ScheduleBot will only present the available times on your calendar, then your prospect does not have to enter their information again. ScheduleBot uses their information to reserve a time slot on the calendar at the date that they said works for them, and boom, it's now saved. Isn't that freaking awesome? So we are rolling out very soon some more updates to ScheduleBot, and ScheduleBot will actually be able to do that over Facebook Messenger. It'll be able to schedule appointments using your Instagram direct messages, and it'll be able to schedule appointments on Google My Business, which is freaking amazing. All included inside of Agent CRM, all at no additional cost. So ScheduleBot is one of our most popular features, and it's just getting better and better. So now the way that you set all of this up is into your custom values. So you'll want to click on settings, and then you'll go into custom values. And then you can set your OpenAI prompts here. Now, I recommend that we have some samples here. You can just copy and paste it. I recommend that one of the things that you spend some time doing after this call is going into the free ScheduleBot training. It's a short videos that Lily has made for you, and follow it. It'll take you, give or take, 15 minutes. And she's going to walk you through setting up the schedule bot, making sure that it's reading the right calendar, that the prompts are correct, and that it is trained how you want it to be trained. And so it's not going to take you long. We've done a lot of the hard work for you already. There's a lot of stuff that you can copy and paste in there. Um, but that's one of the things that I recommend that you do. Many of you on the call I know are already using ScheduleBot, but if you're listening to me right now and you have not already set it up, we have a full step-by-step guide. Like I said, 15 minutes is all it'll take you to get this set up with your voice, your calendar integration, and then it can start taking action for you. So now let me see. I had a little bit of a hard time. Can you guys hear the video from Lily?
No.
Oh, okay, so we can't hear it. Okay, bummer. Well, I'll post this in there. I was trying to get it so that you guys could hear it, but you guys can see a visual representation of ScheduleBot working in there. So this is what Lily created for you. So it's reading the demo calendar. You can see her interacting with the bot. It's mentioning times as we go, which is so stinking cool. And then it plugs in. Now look at this. This is so fun. So in her demo here, I don't know if you can see it, it's a little bit blurry, but in her demo here, it'll say, hey, great, here's 2 times, which works best for you. And the person replies in natural human language, the first one, right? Well, ChatGPT ScheduleBot goes, oh, the first one, got it. And it plops them in at the exact time they recommended. Amazing. So the cool thing about ScheduleBot is it feels like you're talking to a human. I had one agent and he's down in Texas, and he actually prompted the agent to sign off with, have a blessed day. And so, because that's how he talks, right? And that's one of the things that's so important about setting up AI is that it feels like you, it doesn't feel like a machine. And so his bot, he was showing me a video demonstration of it, and his bot just it sounds like it talks like a cowboy, sounds like a cowboy, uses his slang. Like, I love it because you can't tell the difference. And so that's one of the things that you can do when you set up your schedule bot is give it the kind of prompts that you want it to have. All right, so let's move on to step number 2, automating your follow-ups. This is huge. We get a lot of requests on tips for this. I'm going to go through this. And now, automating your follow-up is about speed to lead. Speed to lead. Agent CRM can help you instantly acknowledge new leads, schedule appointments using ScheduleBot, hello, and then combining pipelines and workflows so you can get some automated follow-up to check in. So I'm going to show you how to do this. So inside of Agent CRM, you can set up the pipeline. So we have a bunch of these opportunities. I actually spend most of my time inside of the opportunities when I'm in Agent CRM and using it. I love looking at the pipelines because it shows me at a quick glance where everything is at with my business. So I can see how many people are knocking on our door, checking out Agent CRM, how many people have started a free trial, how many people have scheduled a demo call. Like I can get a glance and look at how healthy my business is just by looking at my pipelines. And when you have pipelines and you set up automations with them, one of the things that you can do, which I'm a huge believer in, is you can use Agent CRM to clean your data as you go. What do I mean by that? So when a new lead comes in, so let's look at Alyssa. This is just a demo pipeline with no real contact info because we will be posting this publicly. So Alyssa comes in and she's tagged as a new lead. And so when she goes over to call scheduled, then we add a tag that the call was scheduled. And then we remove her from workflows that are pushing her to schedule the call. So her messages automatically change from, hey, we would love to talk to you. Let's hop on a phone call, right? The schedule bot pushes her to a call. Well, once she schedules the call, then a tag is added And now we remove her from those workflows. This all happens um, just by a simple workflow that listens for the tag, I'm sorry, for the card to be dropped over into call scheduled, and then multiple steps happen from there. Right. Now, let's say she schedules the call and she doesn't answer. So we slide her over to no answer. Right. Well, you can set it up so that your schedule bot is initiated. So the text goes out and says, "Hey, Alyssa, we had a call scheduled for today at 8 a.m." And by the way, it reads the time from the custom value. So say we have the call scheduled at 8 a.m. I tried calling, but we weren't able to connect. Do you have any time tomorrow? Right now, remember that ScheduleBot communicates in natural human language. And so Alyssa would reply and go, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I totally forgot. I'm out of the office. Yes, let's reschedule." Now, she didn't answer the question about whether we could talk tomorrow in the response. And so ScheduleBot asks again. And ScheduleBot is gracious and polite. It goes, "No problem, Alyssa. Can we talk tomorrow? I'm available at 1 o'clock or 3, right?" And then she replies, "Yes, 3 works." Well, we already have a list of information. So what happens inside of this pipeline when she reschedules her call is she would be moved from no answer 1 back to the call scheduled. Is that amazing? So um, very cool. So we had a good question from Angela. I do have a quick question. When we move them over, does it automatically add the tag, or do we need to go in their contact and ensure the tag is there? Great question. So you would add the tag by setting up a workflow that listens for the opportunity card to be moved over to the call scheduled column. So once it gets moved over to the call scheduled column, then you can add the tags there. Now, other ways that it can get added to the tag, added to the column. Let's say she schedules a call. Well, when she schedules a call, one of the steps that you can do is move her over to call schedule. And this is pretty standard. You'll see a lot of this, Angela, when you look inside of your workflows that we've got built out for you. So I'm explaining a lot. I'm like verbally describing it. It'll make a lot of sense when you look in the workflows. But when you move it over to call scheduled, it adds the tag, it moves the card, and it can remove them from other workflows that they may have been entered into when they were generated as a new lead. So, so that's automated follow-up. Now you can get really you can have a lot of fun with this. You can do a lot of cool stuff with this. If you have not already done so, I highly recommend jumping on a call with one of our team members and being like, "Hey, I need some help to maximize Agent CRM. Can you just help me get the most out of this system?" And you do that by typing into your browser consult.agentcrm.com. Consult.agentcrm.com. It's a free phone call. You'll talk to one of our consultants. Their job is to hop on the phone with you and help you maximize Agent CRM. Now, if maximizing Agent CRM means that you just learn how to access our support and training videos, they'll show you that. For some of you on this call, maximizing Agent CRM means that you're like, "I just want someone to come in here and set up some of this stuff for me." They'll show you some of the options there as well. Again, go to consult.agent-crm.com. So now here's what the workflow looks like. And so this is the new lead workflow here. And so this is kind of what it looks like, right? So this is what happens when a new lead is made. So you have your trigger where the form is submitted. This would be a form on a landing page. And then you can see here some of the actions that we've got: assign a user, add contact tag, create the opportunity. So, you could see that there. And then I know that you can't hear her. So I'm just kind of like fast forwarding here. But notice also when the new lead comes in, you can do things like an internal notification. That means you can set it up so that you get an email or an app notification inside of the Agent CRM mobile app. You can get notified that you have a new lead or that one of your leads scheduled an appointment. So you can just have these things fly up on your phone. For me, I love it because it's like a little dopamine hit. It's like, yes, like more people scheduling demos, more people buying, it's fun to see it. And then in the new lead workflow here, you can see the automated messages that get sent out. So the SMS messages and the email, etc. So Parker asked, can the team make websites for us? Yeah, we can make websites for you. Go ahead and jump on that calendar and be like, hey, what does it look like for you guys to build a website for me? Um, so one quick thing I want to note, in to help your phone calls get answers. This is not originally in my automation, but in my automation presentation, but I want to mention this. So if you're getting new leads and they're on Facebook, or you think they may not know who you are, it's not a referral. I recommend in that initial text message that you send out that you include a photo of yourself. Okay. And the reason why is people associate a name with a face. And then when you call them, so you're like, hey, you just filled out my Facebook form. I sent you a text a bit ago. Like, it's me. I'm here. It's Parker on the phone. Right now they're like, oh, yeah, Parker, I saw your photo that you sent me in the text message. And now I'm talking to you. So now they can put a face to a name. I have seen people pick up the phone almost 80% more when you send a photo with that initial text. 80%. Isn't that crazy? So for those of you that are running ads on Facebook, you'll want to include a text message, I'm sorry, a photo inside of the text message that goes out when you first reach out to them. All right, so let's talk about the third thing, incoming call receptionist. Now, for those of you that have called Agent CRM and off hours, you have experienced our AI-powered system. So here's what happens. So we have inside of Agent CRM, when you call our phone, there's different numbers that do different things. So, but when you call one of our phone numbers, you go straight to voicemail, and especially after hours, right? You go straight to voicemail because we're clocked out. So if you call us on like a Saturday or something, you're going to get an instant text back, and that text will say something like, "Agent CRM is, we're not in office right now. Do you have a sales or support question?" You say support. Check this out, you guys. Our system actually is going to be able to help with a lot of the most common questions over text. Like we will literally, using ChatGPT, have a text conversation with you from Agent CRM. You can do the exact same thing. So it is so freaking cool. Yeah, Viola, yes, you can make it, instead of say Agent CRM, you can customize, personalize, even change the tone of your specific chatbot. So we've got this thing dialed in. And we're building out a client portal. We're hoping that that will be ready to rock and roll within the next 45 days. The client portal, you'll be able to store sensitive information and share contact info in the client portal. So they'll be able to log in, download their policy cards, see when things are going to be renewing. And so this will help a lot when it comes to your clients needing to gather information, right? So yeah, so anyway, so let me show you how this works. So inside of Agent CRM, we're diving into the workflows. Jack is asking a really good question. Any whispers on the horizon about AI powered text messaging going the way of AI calling? AI calling has been banned by the FCC as a robocall. And the answer is no. AI text messages are still okay, but they do fall under all of the text guidelines with A2P. So you'll want to make sure that you are texting only the people that have given you permission to text. But if you're texting them, then you'll be good to go. So you can use AI to communicate with all your leads. So, all right. So let's say, so someone calls in, right? And they reach out and they say, your automated message goes out to say, is this a sales or support call? And they reply support. You can have this entire conversation go out, and now it's talking to your contact, answering some simple questions using a bot. All right. Now, if it doesn't know the answer, you can train it on how to respond to that too. So you can say something like, hey, you know what? You could say I'm an AI bot if you wanted to, or, you could say, this is Jane and I don't know the answer. You can give your AI bot a name if you choose. You can say, you know what, I'm going to make a note and have my agent call you. Right. And so like for example, if Dallas is on the call here and we're calling into his phone, um, it could say, hey, you know what? I don't know the answer to that question. I'm going to have Dallas call you at his earliest opportunity, right? So it'll be trained on how you want to handle questions that it doesn't know the answer to. So we can help you set this up. The best way that we have seen these incoming call receptionists work is training a ChatGPT powered bot, like schedule bot, to respond to questions, set up appointments if they want more information about, adding to their policy, et cetera, et cetera. But you can answer some of the more common questions. Like we have a couple of bots on here that's trained with like, what are the numbers to call when you need to make a claim? It'll actually give them the phone number to call so that they can call in that claim. So we can do a lot here within Agent CRM. So I'm gonna have to go relatively quick here. I'm having so much fun talking about this. We're only on point number 4. Referral generation on autopilot. Automation system number 4. You can create a referral system within your database, boosting your business through client referrals. Remember, one of the things I promised you at the beginning of this was I'm going to show you how Agent CRM can help you make more money. So here we go. Did you know AI can determine when they are ready to refer? This is big. AI can listen to the intent and tone of the call or of the text messages that are going back and forth and do their best to determine when they're ready to refer. And then when they notice that, then make the ask and not any earlier than that. So if they can see that your client is not in a good mood for whatever reason, they will not ask for the referral. So what does it look like to send out a referral, collect it, and then message the new prospect? Well, we have a referral request inside of the click and play. So this is all set up and ready to rock and roll. So this is a quick glimpse into what this looks like. So here's when it's triggered. The email is already written out. You're like, hey, what's going on? This is blank. Want to check in, see if there's anything I can do for you. Please reply back. And then you go on. And by the way, I actually wrote this email here. So it says, hey, hopefully everything's going great. I was curious if you would connect me with someone that I could be of service to. I'm offering a set of free consultations to review their plans, et cetera, et cetera. And so what I want you to do, if you're taking notes, as soon as we're done with this, go into the click and play library and click on the referral. I believe it's under bundles. There's a referral bundle. And it's got all this fun stuff in there. So many different little automation systems that you can, trigger and plug into your system. So really good stuff. And the emails are written by me. I actually wrote these emails out. And so, but give it your voice. Like we want these emails to sound like Chuck. We don't want them to sound like Alex, right? So give them your voice, add a little slang, things that you would say, make it fun. So, all right, new client onboarding. We geeked out about this, and I can't name names, but we are working on some really cool stuff for new agent onboarding. For those of you that are growing your agency, we're working on some really fun things with some big names to help automate this process too. But today, let's talk about new client onboarding. So when this is about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago, we set out to really automate the new client onboarding. So someone buys, and now we need to either collect information, get them set up for an onboarding call, make sure that we send a package in the mail. Like this can be a laborious process, right? Well, we set out to develop an automated onboarding process for your new clients. We want to utilize e-forms for collecting client information efficiently and use lumpy mail to increase satisfaction and retention rates, sending mail on autopilot. Dan Kennedy calls it lumpy mail. I love that term. I'm going to use that. So lumpy mail is basically like a package that comes, like something that shows up on your door and they go, wait a second, why is this package here showing up on my door? Like, what the heck did Beth just send me? They open it up and it's brownies with a nice card in there. They're like, whoa, this is so cool, right? So lumpy mail. All right, so how do you do this? Okay, so check this out. This is one of the workflows that our man Louis Marino built. So for those of you, we got a lot of people here who know Louis Marino. He does a lot of videos on Agent CRM. This is one of his. This is so stinking cool. Okay, so this is a peek underneath what happens when someone signs up. Under his in his account for Aidna. So he's got, these are all different columns in his pipeline. And so what happens is he's got enrolled, and then he slides it over, boop, verify citizenship. Now, when they're dropped over to verify citizenship, now form goes out saying, hey, I need to verify your citizenship. Can you please respond back with this document? They reply back with the document. Guess what? It saves it, notes it, moves on to the next one. Verify income, right? And so some of these, they're manually moved over from one step to the next. Others, it's automated, right? Ching, ching, ching. So this is just an example of what it looks like to automate the onboarding process. We've got something inside of the Click and Play library. And for those of you that are using Louis Marino, he built this out for ACA and Medicare. So all you got to do is ask for it. We'll give it to you. But he built this whole thing out for a whole bunch of different carriers, a whole bunch of different products. I mean, this sucker is thorough. So here's an example. So when you're enrolled in it, it's like, hey, you're enrolled, your application is accepted. Details about your plan along with your member ID card will be mailed to you. And then boom, like there's all these different things that happen underneath here. It's moving people over to the next section in the pipeline. We're tagging them to the user. We're scheduling a task so that one of his people gets on the phone and does a nice little welcome call. Like all of this is happening automatically through a workflow inside of Agent CRM. So Louis said, man, when I used to onboard a new client, it was like, oh, I'm super happy that I get to onboard a new client, but now I know that I just added a couple hours of work for my team. Not anymore. Not anymore, because this process is automated. So we worked with Louis a couple of years ago to automate this, and his business blew up. Why did it blow up? Because he was able to spend his time on the things that matter, on the revenue generating activities, and not doing the manual labor of getting people set up. If you want these workflows, write this down. If you want these workflows, email support@agentcrm.com, support@agentcrm.com, email support. I'm going to put this in the chat. Email support@agent-crm.com. We will send these to you. Okay. So we'll hook you up. All right. So there you go. So now Andres asked, is there email support for these? We have email support for all of our workflows, and we will do the very best that we can to help you out. Inside of Agent CRM, we also have live chat. It's available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on the bottom right of your desktop. When you're in Agent CRM on your desktop, there's a live chat there on the bottom right, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And just this year, our daily Zoom calls are now all day long Zoom calls from 7 a.m. Pacific all the way to 6 p.m. Pacific. You just click on the live Q&A, you jump into our Zoom room, and my team is there to help you out with whatever you need. So we've got you covered. All right, email support automation. I know that this is a big hassle. So we've got the email support automation set up and ready to go. I'm going to show you. So you can have an efficient ticketing system for incoming emails, AI-driven responses, and you don't have to waste any more time in your inbox. We got two-way sync. So check this out. So inside of Agent CRM, so this is an ongoing conversation that's happening. And so these responses are done by a chatbot. Isn't that cool? These responses are all in here done by a chatbot. So what you have to do is just set it up, give it your voice, give it some answers to the common questions that come in, and then it will respond for you. It reads incoming email, and then reads it and does its very best to reply to the incoming email that has come. Now, you also want to make sure that you set up, like what happens if it doesn't know the answer, right? So sometimes what happens if it doesn't know the answer is it ignores it. Other times it goes, hey, we have received your email, which is what I recommend doing. Acknowledge that you have received their email and then say, one of our team members will get back to you as soon as possible. In the meantime, here's some more information about how to reach out to us, right? So for those of you that have emailed Agent CRM during peak hours, sometimes you've received that email as well, like, hey, we got it, we'll get to it, as quickly as possible. All right, so lead generation and prospecting. I promised you I was going to show you how to use Agent CRM to make more money. Here's another way to do that. So automated lead capture forms on your website. You want to set up automated email for lead nurturing. I'm going to show you some of my absolute favorite new lead workflows inside of Click and Play. So, all right, so here, this is what it looks like when you have a form, right? It's like you got your name, email, and phone. You want to make sure they have the consent text there, right? And then boom, you have a new lead workflow that goes out, and you're assigning them to the right user, adding a tag, right? Doing all that thing that needs to happen. And then you have this long line of emails that go out. Well, for those of you that sell life insurance, I want you to take a peek inside the Click and Play library. Go to workflows. So Click and Play library on the left-hand side. Go to workflows. And in there, you're going to see a life insurance SMS workflow that was written by one of our agents. It sends text messages for a year. Now, not every day. Don't worry. We're not probably being annoying. There's a lot at first, and then it really backs off. But it's set up to reach out to them for a year. And if you get them scheduled on your calendar, it stops pushing them to schedule an appointment. So it is smart in that way. But so that is going to help you maximize the value of the leads that you're buying and the leads that you're generating yourself. So again, it's under Click and Play. Click on workflows, and it's life insurance SMS workflow. It messages people for a year. It's freaking awesome. So, but this is how you set it up. We get questions about this. So this is how you set up these email workflows. We have the base already in there. So it's already in your automation. The trigger is when the form is submitted. So you just tell it which form to listen to, and then you can set up emails to get out. Now, one of the other things that you can do inside of our workflow builder, inside of our email template, is there's AI that you can use. So you're like, man, I don't really know what to say in this email. Don't worry. Just click on the little robot there, click on the little AI, and boom, it'll actually write out the first draft of your message, whether it's text or email. I recommend reviewing it and making sure that it's got your tone, your voice, your slang, but it does the hard work for you, and then you're just editing it from there. So stinking cool. I love all the AI that we're plugging into Agent CRM. So again, what we just went over here is customer communication, the lead generation and prospecting, automatically replying, speed to lead. All right, customer communication. How do you set up automated SMS notifications for policy updates and using chatbots for handling routine customer queries? One of the things that smart agents are doing now is they are empowering their customers to text them when they have a question or a problem. That text that goes in is sent to the Agent CRM number, not your personal cell. It's sent to the Agent CRM number. Why is it sent to the Agent CRM number? So that our ChatGPT powered engine can respond to them and help them as much as possible without you having to do it yourself. One of the reasons why a lot of insurance agents' businesses have absolutely exploded is because of the personal touch. And there is nothing more important than a relationship with your insurance agent, especially as you're looking to grow. I will note this: a lot of the things that we do to build a relationship can now be done with a well-trained AI-powered chatbot. I'm not saying all of it. I'm saying some of it, okay? So you can set up an automated SMS bot to handle some of your routine customer queries. So here's one way that you can use some of the automation to let them know when a renewal is coming up. So when they are enrolled as a new client, you can set a wait step, WAIT, and it waits for 11 months. And then you send out an email, and then you say, hey, this is your policy is coming up for renewal. You'll want to make sure that your payment method is good on file. Like, if you want to review it, let's hop on a call right away, right? So it's like you're really pushing them and reminding them, hey, it's about to trigger again for an annual renewal. Now, this specific case right here, this renewal coming up, This is a win back policy up for renewal campaign. This is already in every single one of your workflows inside of automation. So you can check this out. And you can play with it, make sure that it's got, it's got your voice, your language, your calendar dates, all that fun stuff. So, but this is a great way for you to retain your clients. Let them know when things are happening on their account. Let them know when things are about to, either change or, things like that. So you can do all this inside of Agent CRM. All right, policy renewals. I just kind of went over that a little bit, but this is another thing that you can automate. We get questions about this, so I wanted to note this specifically. You can set up reminders for it. So one of the things that you can do is set a trigger custom date reminder. So it's a custom field that you can add in to each of your contacts and say, hey, when this happens, when this date hits from their contact, I want you to start sending out these emails. And so what you can do is set up a custom value for policy date renewal, and then make it a date field for that contact. And then when that date rolls around, it'll be triggered and so each contact is going to be triggered it'll pull their information. So it'll be personalized to them with the custom values and everything. So it feels like you literally just sat down and wrote out this email to them. Like, it's freaking beautiful. So you'll want to check that out and get that rocking and rolling. So again, this is a win back. It's already in your account. It's under automation on the left-hand side there. And you can make this happen. If you need help getting it set up, then we can help you with that as well. Michael asked a great question. Is it possible to have more than one workflow at a time hitting the same clients? The answer is yes. Yes, you can have multiple workflows hitting your clients at the same time. So now, customer feedback and surveys. This is really important, especially in today's day and age. It is important to make sure that your customers are happy. Well, it can be kind of tedious to try to remember, wait, did I send them a feedback survey? Did I handle the questions they had? Are they happy? Right? So we have a way to set up these automated surveys for collecting customer feedback. And I'm going to show you how to implement this and even how to act based on what they say. All right. So first, you plug in here. It's like, let us know what you think. They fill out the form. And then after the form, they are taken to a multiple choice. So it's like, hey, how was our, on a scale of 1 to 10, how was our customer support? How was our, how quickly did you receive your ID card, right? Like, these are things, whatever you want to ask to get data back on, you can make a short survey form and get that data. Then within the customer support or the customer feedback workflow, you can have certain triggers that get sent out. So for example, if they say, your customer support was less than 5, then you can have an automatic email that goes out and says, hey, you know what, Michael, I saw that you responded and said our customer support has been less than ideal, and I'm so sorry about that. Can I hop on the phone with you and just learn how I can make sure that, we do better next time, right? This automated email gets sent out. Or what if they said it's a 10? You can respond back to that. You said, hey, thank you so much for responding back to that survey. I saw that you gave our customer support a 10. That's amazing. One of the things that I would love, if you could do me this huge favor and leave a review on our reviewmyinsurancegent.com page, and then reviewmyinsurancegent.com makes it so easy to copy and paste that same review onto Google and Yelp. Could you do me that favor, right? So what are you doing? You're only sending the request for a review when they have said, you guys have given me good service, right? That's important because you don't want to set yourself up for a whole bunch of, negative reviews. You want to change the response. If they're not happy, you don't ask them for a review. You want to fix it, right? So you can do all that within these customer feedback forms. And you can actually trigger these forms based on how long they've been a customer of yours. So this is a part of something that you can include in your client onboarding. You can have these customer support surveys going out like 100 days after they signed up, or 30 days after they signed up if you want to. So, but these customer support feedback surveys are a critical way for you to find some gaps in your agency where you can improve. So, Connie, the agent review website is reviewmyinsurancegent.com. Reviewmyinsurancegent.com. agentcrm.com. So, and on Review My Insurance Agent, then they go there, you set up an account, and then they go there, they leave a review for you, and that it gets copy and pasted over to Google, and I believe Yelp and Facebook as well. So it's a great resource. All right. Last but not least, and then we're going to open it up for questions, social media management. So you can use our social media automation tool for scheduling posts, writing posts, and even analyzing what's working. So here's what the social planner looks like. You get there simply by going to marketing on the left-hand side, and boom, there's a social media planner. So we've actually, for those of you that are in the growth plan and marketing plus, we've actually written out a post a day for you for your insurance business, and you automatically get access to that. So so that's pretty cool. And so we've written some posts out, so you can check that out there. And so this is what it looks like inside the social planner. So you go to the social planner and you click to schedule posts out. You can have it go out whenever you want. And then inside of Social Planner, there's actually content AI, and it'll even generate images for you, which is so stinking cool. So we love Social Planner. We're very proud of it. We continue building onto it. Just recently, I think like 2 days ago, the team finished up the ability for you to upload a reel and have it go out to Instagram, YouTube as a YouTube short, Facebook. Like, it's amazing. So we just keep getting this thing better and better and better. And it's so important to be active on social media, because insurance is a relationship game, right? And so one of the ways that that they can, get to know you is by seeing your posts, seeing you regularly on social media. So, so I highly, highly recommend using Social Planner. It is included in your Agent CRM subscription. I'm not selling you anything. You just have to go in there and plug it in. So it's ready to go. So some more mindset stuff. This is me at the 8% last year. They gave me a little custom blanket. Ask yourself, what do I have to do so that I never have to do that task again? As you're going through your day-to-day, what do I have to do so that I never have to do that task again? And then who can I hire to handle the tasks that don't make me money? The reason why Louis Marino was able to multiply his business in just 1 year was he focused on revenue producing activities. We automated a bunch of stuff for him, and he hired people to do others. And if I was spending 8 hours a day on revenue generating tasks, where would my business be in 1 year from now? If I was spending 8 hours a day on revenue generating tasks, and that's it, that's all I was doing, picking up the phone, running appointments, building my team, cross-selling, upselling, where would my business be in 1 year from now? So now Agent CRM helps you make money too. I didn't get into some of these things, but I want to mention it. One, cross-sell and upsell. So this is huge. Cross-sell and upsell. We got some workflows in there for you to help take your clients and add more products to them. Two, ask if they're interested in joining your team, right? So I recommend doing this after they've been successfully onboarded, but ask if they're interested in joining your team. You never know. And then Revenue Plus, Agent CRM only. Inside on the left-hand menu there, you go to Revenue Plus. We have multiple opportunities for you. We call them cash flow workflows. You sign up, you plug in these workflows, and when they follow your link, you get paid. So go to Revenue Plus on the left-hand menu to learn more about it. So this is just amazing. So for those of you that are in Marketing Plus right now, I want to encourage you, say, hey, you know what? I don't see those daily posts. Can I get them? We'll load it up for you. And for those of you that are in Marketing Plus, make sure that you put on the calendar our Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday live ad reviews. Will actually, our team will look at your ads, help you, give you targeting options, help you with ad ideas, creatives. We have a whole ad library in there. And then Dan asked a good question. Would you recommend hiring a VA to learn and maintain Agent CRM? Actually, Dan, great question, man. You really set me up. So for those of you that are like, I want to use this, but I don't want to set it up myself, we actually have an offer for you. So we have a done for you team that builds stuff out for you. You can go to it at expert.agent-crm.com. I'll put it in the chat here, expert.agent-crm.com. We got a special. If you use the code automation, you get $75 off of our 5-hour package. So expert.agent-crm.com. The 5-hour package is what I think you'll need to just get all this stuff set up that I just went over. ScheduleBot, your client onboarding, like all of it, incoming call receptionist, all of it, all of it, all of it. So, so it should cover it. So 5 hours is usually good. Again, go to expert.agent-crm.com, expert